you been cooking a lot? Giving Tarka to everything. Alright, so I had all different types of meats sitting around, didn't know what to cook today. So I decided to make Cajun creation. So it's very simple. You have all these things at your house. I had chicken, shrimp, and a nice Cajun sausage. I love this particular one. It's nice and spicy, Ragin' Cajun. You can just make it with chicken, you can just make it with shrimp, you can just make it with fish, any meat. It's so simple. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I have these chicken breasts, like 4 of them, 4 boneless chicken breasts. What I did was just add a little bit of salt on top and then a little bit of crushed pepper, black pepper on top. I'm going to put some oil on this heated pan. I like to use steel pan because it gives this good, nice, dark color to the chicken. If I use non-stick, it's not going to do a good job. I've tried that. So enough olive oil. You can put 1 tablespoon to 2 tablespoons to cover it. I don't need too much. Now I want to keep the fire pretty high because more than cooking the chicken, I just want to brown it on the outside. So I have it salt and pan should be nice and hot. And I'm going to put it, so on each side you want to keep like, 3-4 minutes on each side and then flip it. So let's do that. All right. A little smoky. It would be better outside, but who's going to go out? And then I'm going to chop these chicken breasts into small cubes, but I like to just cook it like this because it's faster. So I wanted to get it nice and burnt. Turn my exhaust on here. While this is burning, let's go through our ingredients list. Alright, so as you already know, we have 3 meats because that's what I had in the house. The sausage and shrimp and all that. Let the chicken burn. I also have Cajun's Choice, a Cajun seasoning. Try to get a low salt Cajun seasoning. Most of them have a lot of salt. You don't want that. So this one is tried and tested. It's called Cajun's Choice. I like that. And then I, of course, will add my chipotle seasoning. And then I need onions, butter, celery, garlic, and chopped jalapenos. So in the beginning, I'm just gonna, and of course, my favorite Worcestershire sauce, balsamic vinegar, and a little bit of bay leaf. So once I'm ready to saute, you guys are going to see it. So let's flip this. It's not fully burnt yet. I want it really burnt. So leave it for another minute on this side. Alright, we'll come back once it's burnt. Alright guys, it is getting nice and brown. I don't want to overdo it because then the chicken will get tough. So you just want to give this nice golden edges to it. Guys, I'm just chopping the chicken that I grilled in olive oil. So just making squares, and you can see that it's not fully cooked, and we want it that way. We do not want it all the way cooked because I've yet to cook it, because otherwise it'll get tough. We just want little crispy golden edges, which we did. Took me less than 5 minutes to get that little look. You can add raw too, but I prefer giving it a little grilled look. Okay. So here's my chicken done. Into size of the squares, it's up to you. You want to make it bigger, half an inch, 1 inch, your choice. So here's my sausage, and here's my 10 pieces of shrimp because that's all I had. Okay, now this pan in which I did my chicken, this is not dirty. Don't throw anything. I believe in using everything. So this chicken pan, I'm going to start the olive oil in it and cook everything in it because the color of, the pan's gone nice and dark. That's the color we want. So I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil and then butter. This is like 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of butter. Yum, yum. And I'm going to add all my ingredients, which is, of course, cumin and everything I add, you know that. Celery, onion, garlic, and jalapenos. I'm going to add all of this and saute it to nice dark brown. And then we're going to add all these things and Did I show that I'm gonna add my favorite tomato sauce? So let's get started. I'm adding all the things to the hot butter and oil. You can just add butter, not any more olive oil. I always like to mix. And my heat is sort of medium. And let it get nice and dark brown. Color is good, we want that. And I'm gonna add a little bit of cumin to it, which is half a teaspoon here, but you know me, I don't measure anything. That's the fun in cooking. You can never go wrong as long as the salt you keep a controlled version of. Anything else, you know, garlic you can add more or less, onion you can add more or less, celery you can add more or less, vegetable, and you can make the Creole creation, I call it, with vegetables. All my vegetable friends add broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, and make that. Zucchini, I made that too in the past. So whatever's in your house and they're sitting around, put it together and make a Creole creation. As long as you give it a kick and it's nice and flavorful, you got it. Okay, so I'm just gonna saute it and make it nice and brown, and then we'll check on it in a minute. Alright guys, it's getting nice and brown and it smells really, really good. Okay, I don't want to cook it too much, but I did want to saute it a little bit before the meats so the onion does not taste raw. But I'm at a good place right now that I'm ready to add all my meats to it, or your veggies to it, whatever you want to. Keep the fire a little low and let's add our meats. So this is sausage and chicken. All of it. And my shrimp. This should be good. Whoa. Get a nice big pan so you can move things around. You always want a nice big pan. This Christmas my mom gave me a huge selection of all the pots and pans. I absolutely love them. They're like the Lexus brand of pans. But that's what I wanted, just really good, because after a while the old ones just start getting black and bad, and so I'm very excited to use them. But this is one of my old ones. I absolutely love it. Okay, I'm gonna add a little bit of tomato sauce, like 3 tablespoons. 1, 2, 3. And I'm gonna add my blackened seasoning, which can be like half to 1 teaspoon depending on your level. So I'm just gonna sprinkle it because I know how much it's gonna put in. And then of course I'm gonna taste it later, and if it's not good enough, then I'll add more. And my Cajun seasoning, 1 teaspoon easy. Easily 1 teaspoon you can add to that. I will add almost 2 teaspoons because I like a kick. Now remember, I've added jalapenos too, so it's already going to be a little bit spicy. Of course, I'm going to taste it, and if it's not to my level, I'll add more. Always start low, and you can keep on adding as you go along. But once you've added too much, there's no going back. So start slow and keep tasting it. Alright, now I'm going to cook it for a nice while. Now I am going to add some Worcestershire sauce. Any meat dish I make, I always add it. Gives a good flavor. So 1 tablespoon of this. And love balsamic vinegar. 1 teaspoon of that. I will also add 1 lemon towards the end, but not right now. Now I want to just let it cook. I will saute it for another 5 minutes, and then I'm going to cover it, and you can add either water or broth. I have a vegetable broth here. I'm going to add 1 cup of vegetable broth and maybe 1 cup of water, not all of that to make it just overpowering flavor. Alright. As you can see, it's getting nice and dark brown. That's the color we want. At the end, it should be all very dark brown. And it's smelling really good. In a few minutes, I'm going to add 1 bay leaf also for flavor. but I don't want to add it now because it could crumple and break and then it'll come in the mouth. Once I add the fluids, that's when you want to add the bay leaf, so it doesn't break up and you can just take it out before serving. It's looking really good. All right. And as I'm cooking, I'm scraping the bottom. So you remember when you did the chicken, it had sort of, you know, attached itself to the pan. But now at this point, it's good because it's giving that flavor and that darkness. Let me scrape the whole thing, clean it up. Keep cleaning the sides so it gets cooked in it. All right. It's starting to bubble up and oils are coming out. That tells me it's getting cooked. Okay, I'm gonna add my broth. I always want to add less than more because I want to keep on tasting how the broth tastes. So I've at this point added half a cup, and I'm going to add half a cup of water. All right. I think it can stand to get a little more liquid, so I'll add a little more broth. There you go. Now you can eat it with rice, quinoa, French bread, or just by itself. There you go. I am going to add now my lemon. So I can just squeeze half a lemon to it. This one doesn't have any seeds, so that's good. I really like it nice and lemon flavor. So you can add 1 lemon, but I think half a lemon is good. This is lime, right? Yeah, this is lime. But I did that, and I am going to cover it along with 1 bay leaf, as I promised you guys. So look at my stash of bay leaf. So 1 bay leaf is enough. Just throw it so you can take it out eventually. All right, first I want to taste it. Is it spiced to my level? If not, I'm gonna add some spice to it. Put it in my hand. Pretty good. But I think I am going to add a little more spice eventually, but not right now. Let it cook, guys, for 5 minutes. You don't want to overcook, but give it 5 minutes and then check the sausage and the chicken how it's looking. So it's on medium heat, and we cover it and come back in 5 minutes. Okay, guys, moment of truth. I think it is ready, nice and red. And the only thing you want to check is chicken. Everything else should be ready, your sausage and shrimp and the vegetables. But I think everything is ready. I can smell it. Okay, guys, I am ready to serve it to you. Take the bay leaf out so nobody gets bothered by a big leaf. And here I'm gonna serve it with, I'm thinking whether to serve with the basmati rice tonight or quinoa, because quinoa is considered more healthy now. So yet to make that decision, but in any case, my big dish is ready. Looking lovely. All right, guys, my Creole creation is ready. Until next time, Tarka everything. Please send me suggestions what to make next. I'm always looking for your ideas. Bye-bye.